I don't know if anybody watches my stuff, but if authorities are a bunch of busybodies, are wigged out about the uh, evil genius I have brought to light behind these dastardly, cruel attacks that they have made look like pressing and urgent matters to execute scientifically, um, due to profound ongoing negligence in matters like public education and ecology. And my suggestion would be, why don't you find legitimate investigators to comprehend what I have brought to light and get some backup and some proper scrutiny protecting my welfare rather than subject me to ongoing absurdities from a latter day Rudolf Hess, like Pete de Gabriel, or the ingenues of Seattle and Pittsburgh. It's abnormal, to say the least, that a so called legal system doesn't object to a child's character being put on trial for the sins of the CIA after being terribly attacked with rules against admission of evidence and dirty work for even attempting to review the absurdities. In fact, there's reason to believe that innocent people have been killed and raped and threatened for trying to help me. And this is accepted as a norm by these busybodies and agents who bother with me and are all worked up about it. Um, I can't try to fathom any of the public officers who would justify the tyranny of the criminally insane. It's abnormal, to say the least, to take an ordinary person's commonplace, ordinary interactions with persons who they are dating and turn it into a maniacal and weird experiment based on an implant supposedly testing involuntary neurology. That's like a taser testing involuntary neurology. If it hits you, you shriek, you shudder. It's involuntary. So you can't just say rapid eye movement proves defiant trespass when you inflict something as bad or worse as a taser, a neurological implant seizure. I don't know where the National Association for the Deaf or Gallaudet University come along and act as if it hasn't happened. I'm deaf, for heaven's sakes. And you get these big names from show business strutting their diabolicism. And people believe them without any review. It's a hoax. The very things that they claim about their crimes, that it was a put on, establishes that none of the things that they're claiming should be allowed any kind of credence. And yet, I find it next to impossible to encourage anyone successfully to appraise the evidence. And when the issue comes up of any kind of political opinion. I'm assailed by a Hollywood talking machine that just throws everything at me. Black Panthers this, Proud Boys that, Chinese concerns of their cultural integrity, feminist issues. I mean, what does that have to do with a determined an evil person implanting a neuroplasm because I'm white? That's the weirdest and stupidest excuse for minority count agreements I've ever heard. It's a deranged Frankenstein act to do that to a child. And if it's that's what the minorities want to do, it says volumes about them. It's not going to help their case. So my advice is uh, obsessive law enforcement and busybodies who play all waxing incredulous so that they can snivel with a Rudolph Hess like Peter Gabriel. They should, you know, own up to the responsibility of being an adult and get legitimate investigators on the case. I'm a legitimate investigator. I don't need anybody to tell me that. I shouldn't even be telling you that, but you're so stupid. You seem unable to understand that. So, it's redundant, but there's a scene in The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand that, like Steve Mallory, it's about trying to reason with somebody who's beyond reach. Whatever.